from the rear heel, from the rear glute and rear lower back pushing back. All of those forces come into play. Another great thing my coach Seamus used to say is, you want to practice that jab until this lat gets sore. Namely, relax the shoulders and throw all the power from that rear lat. I'm doing it now very technically. It takes minutes and minutes of this before you can actually throw it at full force, because we're so used to using that active side. But if you just practice it for a few minutes, it gets faster than that. You really start using your back, using your core, and using these other muscles instead of just the active muscles, the passive muscles. So totally multiply your power. So definitely that's one jab, the classic one where you're out of range, stepping in and out, and using that to set up, of course, hooks, uppercuts, and power punches. But there's also the power jab coming out of the peekaboo system, which is totally different. We're not going to be in this bladed stance I was just in. Feet are much wider apart. I don't mean in terms of the X and Y. In terms of the X and Y axis, I mean shoulder width apart. You're no longer on a tightrope like you are with a perfect boxing stance. Your legs are out wide now. Shoulders are a bit more forward. This hand is high. And that is just going to drop downward into this power angle with this power jab. Notice, we're already in the pocket. If anything, we're just slipping our head in and across a little bit to move the shoulders in. There's no footwork on this. The feet are totally stationary. This is a power jab. And like I said, this is inside the pocket. You're looking to fight, you're looking to slug. This is one of the rare 1 in 4, 1 in 10 times, depending on what your style is in boxing, that you actually are looking to be in the pocket and engage. And it just so happens that the jab will always land much more than any other weapon, just simply because it's closer to the opponent. It's as simple as reaching out and touching somebody. So the jab, no matter what your fighting style is, the jab will always land the most. I mean, very few fighting styles, like Mike Tyson, for instance, the jab was almost an afterthought with him. He used head motion instead. But Muhammad Ali, he knocked people out with the jab. He would stay out of range. You couldn't even see that thing coming. Before you knew it, the right hand was all over you and the fight was over. A friend of mine's dad actually fought Muhammad Ali, and he always said he knocked himself out because Ali threw an uppercut. He braced his chin too tight and didn't roll with the shot. So I always said he knocked himself out fighting against Ali, which is, again, in this whole circular motion of the body moving from the core. We're slipping, we're rolling punches as we're throwing them, because that's the dynamic, that's the mechanics, the proprioception, the genius and the angulation of how the human body is built and designed. So again, this is not karate. We're not just going to throw punches like this. Head is naturally slipping offline just a little bit. I'm not saying this is like a Tyson slip jab. And the one jab that Tyson did use as a weapon, which was brilliant, is that slip jab, which is, was taught to me by my coach, Mike. And it's legal in boxing to literally go 90 degrees down, to go all the way down. But, unless you're James Toney, unless that's your specific style, you might not want to do that. Moving on to probably the most advanced and sophisticated jab, which I used in sparring, but probably too much, is the up jab. Because now I recommend that people come out of the Philly shell into this double telephone poles, into all these different stances, and not just keep fighting like this, like I was taught. But this is the way I was actually taught how to fight, with your front arm swinging in front of your groin and reaching your opponent in 3 different angles in 3 different directions. Namely, it can come from the middle, come from inside, come from back here, and in addition to my hand being able to attack you from any one of those 3 zones, we have, boom, this beautiful back fist, boom, just a straight vertical fist, and of course the hook. And the idea with the up jab is it's going to really advanced fighters use it to set up power shots, but to trick other fighters into punching at their head, leaning back at an angle like this, and making the fighters actually hit their shoulder, blocking with this shoulder. That's what the shoulder roll is all about. And then the up jab literally hits the opponent's chin. It will knock, it's crazy. You won't believe it till you throw it. It knocks people's chin up, and then you could hit an uppercut or a straight shot and knock them out. And it doesn't go back here. It goes right back to the waist because you're still guarding with this shell. So I haven't thrown it in years. As my shoulders got a little wider, it actually benefited me more to fight in this upright stance. But I used to always spar in this Philly shell. It's very effective. You should definitely try it in sparring, but keep in mind, this is a strong defensive position, but always obviously leaves you super open because you're trying to trick the opponent into coming at you. So it's a super advanced style. You really have to know what you're doing and train those counters so they're quick rhythm. The first clap, the first knock being the opponent's shot hitting your shoulder, and the second one being boom, 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 knock, knock. That quick knock, knock rhythm coming out of this really super elusive